Hey, what's going on, everybody? Echoside Fiend here, back once again for the first time in quite some time. And yeah, I know it's been a while. My usual excuse that I always say, I have been super fucking busy at work. I was training a guy that I was only about a month and a half into the training with him, and they pulled him to take over a route for a guy that quit or got fired. I'm not really sure what happened, but and then they put another guy with me almost immediately after, and we just got done with him. He's going to be taking over a route here in another week or two. So I'm back to just being on my own, but for a while, busy training, which I think I've said it before. You'd think it would make your day go faster, but it really doesn't because you're showing him everything in the computer, how to add stuff, how to take, credit things, all that kind of shit. And just ends up taking a while. So, but back to just running my route on my own. And my route is getting fucking massive. The sales guy out in the area that I service has just been crushing it, which I know is his job, but I'm like, fucking come on, man. I'm like, you're just like, my route is just getting way too fucking full. All my days, I work 4 days a week. All my days, except for my Friday, are at least 10 hours. And my Friday is super fucking easy right now, which I am perfectly fine with. However, once summer starts, I have several seasonal businesses on my Friday. Those will all come back on. I'll be 8 to 10 hours on that day too. So I'm hoping that my service manager is going to move some stuff around. We do have we got approved for opening some new routes at our plant. I'm hoping he'll move some stuff around, which it takes away a little bit of money. It's not much, because we get a percentage of the invoices. So if he were to move maybe 10 stops off my route, it would take $5 or $6 off my paycheck. Not too bad, But then of course the sales guy just fucking builds it all right back up again. We'll see how it goes, though. Not complaining too much, obviously, getting paid, and, it is what it is. But yeah, super busy at work. I've been really focusing on getting back to the gym. The last couple months, I've been going 5 days a week. And, just all that kind of stuff. And then I am going to make a video in the next day or two, just kind of talking about, some of the things that went on during the time that I was, just busy and just couldn't get on here. I had some unboxings that I was going to do, and I'd kind of get home and be like, all right, let's do that. And I'm like, no, I should go to the gym. And I'd just like, well, I'll do it when I get back. And then I'd, get a shower, grab a bite to eat, and just crash on the couch and, watch a movie or something. So, but, I'll get a little more into that in another video. But for now, let's go ahead and get to this unboxing, which I'm just going to title the video what it is because I think it'll be pretty obvious. This is the new Twiztid. This is Welcome to Your Funeral. It just came today. This is Saturday, and Saturday the 15th. And I pre-ordered it, and I've said this before. I think if you pre-order it, it should come before or at least on the day that it's on its release day, or a day or two before. I know the band doesn't really have that much control over it, but I don't know. It is kind of annoying. Initially, too, my tracking said this wasn't going to be here till Tuesday. So apparently it wasn't even going to be into town until probably Saturday night. Then you got Sunday, and then, of course, Monday is President's Day, so there's no mail. However, Friday it was already in Grand Rapids, and I woke up this morning and it was in Wyoming, and then I checked about an hour later and it was out for delivery, and it did come today. So we're just going to go ahead and just cut right into this, and we'll talk about it as I'm unboxing it. So I have listened to this. I checked it out on Spotify, and I really, really like it. As I've stated before, I wasn't super into Unlikely Prescription, even though my tattoo is the Unlikely Prescription logo. I just really like that logo. But I don't dislike Unlikely Prescription. It just wasn't my style. Even though I normally am a metal and punk guy, more so than hip hop, when it comes to ICP or Twiztid or Blaze, any of the Juggalo stuff, I prefer the hip hop style because that's what I got into, was the horror hip hop. And I always did appreciate the metal elements, the rock elements in the music. So Unlikely Prescription I was really excited about, and I did like it. It wasn't awful by any means. It's just not something I go back to a lot. This one I really fucking liked. I think the music on here is super fucking technical. Whoever the musicians are very, very proficient at it, and the music, like I said, just more technical. Just a lot more stuff going on. It was just yeah, I guess that's the best way I can put it. Just a lot more going on in the music, to me anyway, to my ears. Everybody might see it differently or hear it differently, but that's what I liked about it. I have only listened to it once, so I can't really pick out a favorite song yet, but what I've heard so far I really like. So, well, that's kind of cool. I don't know if they announced that. Maybe I just didn't see it, but the casket, it looks like a mirror. Of course, the album called Welcome to Your Funeral. This is a digipack. So let's go ahead and cut this open. That's pretty cool. It says like, please wait your turn. And then you look and you can't, I don't know. It's not like the clearest thing, obviously, but you can see your reflection in there. That's pretty cool. So I'm kind of hoping it does say who the musicians are. I don't know if it's people they know or just studio musicians or whatever, but and I was talking to my friend Dan, so shout out to my friend Dan. And he was just saying and I agree, he was saying he can't wait till they are playing some of these songs in concert. So, and I definitely agree. So, doesn't look like there's so this is kind of like I'm not going to take this off. This is actually kind of like fastened on. It's like a separate piece. I'm not going to peel it off because the other cover I know it. I think it's just that is the other cover on the disc there, but I'm not going to peel that off. That maybe was a pre-order thing. I don't remember seeing that, but so this is the inside. Does look like the credits over here. I'm going to read through those a little bit later and just see if it, I'll just glance through real quick and see if it says, or if there's anything under here, under the CD, if I can get that off. Nope, just kind of a picture like some fog. So it just kind of all goes together there. So just glancing through real quick. Don't see anything that's jumping out at me that says who the musicians are, but I'll look through it a little closer. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to that. Just the back there, the track list, and then of course the cover. And this is, like I said, this is like fastened on, and it's probably glued on. So I'm not going to take that off. But so, and then the credits, and it'll show up the spine. But so I actually, when I did pre-order this, I was thinking about getting the skateboard bundle. As I've talked about numerous times, I'm an old school skateboarder. And so I almost ordered that, but it was like, an extra $90 or something like that. And I'm like, obviously I'm not going to ride something like that. I would have it displayed, which would be a cool display piece. But I've already got out in my living room out there, leaning up against the wall, I have 2 complete skateboards. They're both from this skate shop in Traverse City it's gone now, but it was called Lifer Skateboards. And I bought a deck, and then I already had like trucks and wheels at home. And then my girlfriend at the time, it was the one, Amy that I lived with, she bought a complete. We just bought like decks that were from that shop. And then when she was moving from the house that we lived together into the house that she's in now, she just asked me, she's like, do you want this? You can just have it. And so she gave it to me. So those are both leaning up against the wall out there. And then I also have a Tony Hawk skateboard deck. It's a Birdhouse, his company. It's not an original, but it's a reprint of like his old school, logo with the hawk skull. And I got it autographed by him. And this is before he was a household name too. This is when I was like 20 years old. Him and the Birdhouse team did a demo at Keizu Skate Zoo, which is still there. It's an indoor all-wood skate park, and at the time that me and my friends all started going there, it was the biggest all-wood indoor skate park in America. I don't know if that's changed or not, but the place is still there. They are still operating. And so I had him sign that. And again, this is before Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or anything. He was obviously well known in the skate scene, but so I've got that displayed out there, and I'm like, what am I going to do with a Twiztid deck? Which, don't get me wrong, it looked cool, but I'm like, I don't really have anywhere else to put it. It's just more stuff that I would have to have here. I'm not going to live here forever. I'm planning on staying here for a few more years probably, but it's just more stuff I got to move, more money to spend, so I just decided not to. Looked at some of the other stuff like the hat and shirt and stuff. None of it was really jumping out at me, so I was like, let's just go with the CD. So but yeah, again, I so far I'm really digging this. I have only listened to it once, so I can't really pick out a favorite, but I liked all of it, and I liked all the songs they were releasing too. I was actually already really excited for this by the time that it actually came out. So I'm going to be throwing this on my phone. Again, I know it's already on Spotify. That's where I listen to it. But I've talked about before, I like having all my Juggalo stuff up to date on my phone. So I'll be throwing this on my phone. Probably going to go for a walk here in just a little bit because it's not terribly cold out. Probably give it another listen. And at the time of recording this, it is, of course, Juggalo weekend. I didn't make it to the Worcester, Boston area, whatever. Anyway, obviously, I'm sitting here in my apartment, so I'm obviously not there. But I did buy the pay-per-view, and I watched the Tunnel of Love show last night, which worked really well. There was a couple hiccups, at least for me. It cut out like twice, but came right back on. It was only off for like 10 seconds. Other than that, it worked great. Good clear picture. The sound was decent. So tonight I'm going to be watching the regular set. I got a few friends coming over for that. But until then, I probably going to go take a walk here around my apartment complex and give Welcome to Your Funeral another listen. And like I said, so far my first impression was really, really like it. So really excited to give it another listen. And like my friend Dan said, again, shout out to my friend Dan. Really excited to start seeing them perform some of this. And maybe if they bring a band with them too, that'd be awesome. I have seen them with that live band, that tour a few years back. So that was really cool. But anyway, just kind of rambling here now. So again, if you're kind of on the fence about this, at least for me, I really like it. But again, like I said, I am a metalhead, metal and punk guy. So might be a little biased, but yeah, so that's about all I got for now. Like I said, watch out for a video that I will kind of cover just some things that went on while I was not doing videos as much. And I am really going to try to get back to this. I got a few other videos that I want to do. So anybody who was waiting, I hope people were excited for me to put up a new video. If you were, thank you for your patience. And that's about all I got for this time. So as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting. This is Ecocide Fiend, and I will catch you in the next one. Too sweet. And happy Juggalo weekend.